What's up, guys? It's your boy Keep It Real MMA, and just like that, I fucking called it. Just like that, Ngannou, he's gone. And I knew it would happen. I fucking called it. I called it. I knew it would happen. And I knew it would happen. I knew Jones versus Gane would happen at some point in March, April, and it's happening in March. I knew it. I knew it. And like, I just knew that as soon as Ngannou posted that fucking photo with his auntie or his mother who had the PFL shirt on, I knew he was going. And it doesn't necessarily mean that he'll go to the PFL. I just knew that he was going somewhere. I knew he was going. And that's what was funny about it. I just knew he was going. Now, the reason I called it is because I said from the very beginning, the UFC does not give a flying fuck if Ngannou stays or goes. They would rather Ngannou stay, but they don't actually care if he goes because they have Jon Jones. Why would you care about having Ngannou if you have Jon Jones? Because this is the play that you can put on Ngannou. You could say, well, where you gonna go? You're gonna go to PFL? They ain't gonna pay you $5 million a fight. They ain't gonna pay you $10 million a fight. Bellator ain't going to. Who's gonna pay you over $5 million to fight? No one. And so the UFC are playing it like you're gonna be fighting fat heavyweights that wouldn't even beat fucking Jared Van Dera for what? For $2-3 million a fight. And the thing is, right, this is what the UFC said, because Dana White came on the post-fight press conference and said, like, we offered him the most money a heavyweight for a heavyweight in UFC history. So that means they offered him more than Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was on a lot of fucking money, man. He was on a lot of money. So if he's getting offered more than fucking Brock Lesnar. And the thing is, this is what pissed me off about the comments of that post. The comments really, really pissed me off, because I was thinking to myself, like, so, and it ties into the mainstream media of MMA as well, right? And what I mean by this is, all these people saying, oh, Ngannou, well, he clearly won't give him what he's worth, and I don't blame him for going and stuff like that, and people saying like, oh yeah, still not paying enough, you hashtag pay your fighters and shit like that. And I'm just thinking to myself, in what world does Ngannou even deserve $1 million a fight? Where does he deserve $1 million? He brings in 200,000 pay-per-view buys. His last pay-per-view card brought in 200,000 pay-per-view buys against Cyril Gane. In what world does he deserve $1 million a fight? In what world? He doesn't deserve it. In what world does he deserve $1 million a fight? And I said to you guys, I said his delusion of his worth is going to lead to his downfall. And it did. Because now he's thinking that he's going to go somewhere else and fucking get a shit ton of money. And maybe he will get in the million ranges. Maybe he will get. But if the UFC are offering you more than Brock Lesnar, you're probably getting offered about $1.5 mil, $2 mil a fight. I don't know if the PFL can match that. Maybe they can. I don't know. Maybe the PFL can offer you like $5 mil a fight. But it's like you're fighting, you're going to fade into irrelevancy. Because think about it this way, right? The UFC, this is why they're also fine with him going. Not just because they have Jones, but they'll win in the long run, because Ngannou is going to fade into irrelevancy. As soon as he joins the PFL, he's going to have a bit of relevancy for about a week, and then that's it. Nobody's going to watch his fights. They're just going to look at the KO highlight after it, or look at the fight highlights after it, or check who won afterwards. Like, there are some people who, will go over and watch him fight. I know, like, Skinny Bet said something about it, but, Skinny Bet only likes black people. So, that's probably the only reason why he's going to watch him. But, yeah, he said he's going to go and watch him wherever he goes. And the thing is, yeah, you will have some fans that will go over and watch Ngannou fight wherever he fights, even if it was, like, Bellator or something. But problem is, right, like, yeah, you can go over and watch him fight in Bellator, but he's going to fade into irrelevancy. Nobody's going to be talking about him except for the KO. Like I said, he'd be relevant for a week from the KO, and then it's back into irrelevancy. There's nothing more, there's no substance to what he's done. So yeah, in the short term, Ngannou wins this deal because Ngannou's going to get paid the millions that he wants. But you're joining dying businesses. You look at ONE FC who lost 100 million, and then you look at the PFL who lose a shit ton of money every single year. So it's not going to last a very long time. Like, yeah, you might join the PFL. They might give you 5 mil. They're not going to give you more than 5 mil a fight. They might give you 5 mil. But then if they give you 5 mil, what are you going to do? Because they give you 5 mil a fight. Okay, you fight a couple of times. What other heavyweights do they really have for you? You know, so I think the best move for Ngannou is to go to boxing, maybe, because I think there's a lot of money that he can make of that, and I think he can stay relevant going to boxing. I think because he's delving into new fans, and fans will like him. You know what I mean? So, but the problem is his boxing isn't the greatest, but you know, it can work with his power. So you know, like look at Deontay Wilder, for example. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that could work. But yeah, so in the short term, Ngannou definitely wins because he's going to get paid the millions, maybe close to the millions he wants. He ain't going to get paid more than 5 mil a fight though in the PFL, if he goes there, which I'm assuming he will. Like the thing is, like he can go there, get paid his 5 mil, and then what's he going to do? I mean, you're getting paid 5 mil, and then there's nothing else to it for you. I mean. There's no substance to what he's doing because you're going to fade into irrelevancy, and surely he understands that. Maybe he just wants the money and that's it, but I don't know. But the UFC win in the long run. They're going to make a lot more money now on Gane versus Jones, and then if Jones wins very clearly and then beats, say, Stipe or something like that coming in, or Curtis Blades, and then John Jones retires, UFC wins in the long run. They're going to make a lot more money off of it, especially because people have been anticipating John Jones' return for 2 fucking years. It's a no-brainer that the UFC are going to win in the long run, and it's funny because the UFC like to spin narratives, and here's the thing, right? Like the UFC are going to spin narratives, and the thing is, Gane got robbed against Ngannou. Ngannou shouldn't even be the champion before he vacated it, because obviously he's now a free agent. But Gane clearly won that fight 3-2. He clearly won the 5th round to seal it. And the thing is like you know what I mean. So the UFC, when Ngannou's still with him, they're gonna say that he won with wrestling, he won with technique, and heavy breathing on top of another man. But now they're gonna say, well, it was a controversial decision. A lot of people thought this, Gane won. A lot of people thought Ngannou won. So if John Jones finishes Gane or beats him quite clearly without controversy, then John Jones is the best heavyweight on earth. I'm saying, and John Jones isn't going to wait 13 months to defend the belt, and this is what pisses me off about Ngannou, is that I don't care that Ngannou's gone anymore. Because the thing is like, he brings in 200,000 pay-per-view buys, he's not making the UFC money, he's losing a shit ton of money for the UFC. And on top of that, he fights once every like 13 months, and I don't care about the injuries and shit. Like, he takes months and months off before injuries or after injuries, and it's like, it makes no sense to me. 13 months per fight, and I ain't there to see that. It's the same with Stipe though. Stipe take way too long to defend in between. I think Jones will defend a couple of times, vacate, and maybe Gane will win the belt, something like that. So yeah, in that fight I am picking John Jones to win that fight. I'm picking him by TKO in the 4th round. I feel like if he gets Gane down, it's not going to be like Ngannou breathing heavy on you, like he's going to be on top of you, breathing heavy, but like actually looking for submissions and stuff. And I think that he'll finish you with elbows on top. I don't think that it'll be nice for Gane, but I think Gane will win a couple of rounds, maybe bank. Maybe it'll be like 2-1 to Jones going into the 4th round. Maybe Gane nick the 3rd round. But yeah, I see Jones winning it by TKO. But yeah, it's a good fight though. But yeah, fans would much prefer to see that. And the thing is, it's one of those fights where it's like, this is going to show Ngannou up. And the thing is, like I said, I don't care that Ngannou's gone now. I mean, and shame on the media members for enabling his behaviour. So Luke Thomas, Ariel Helwani, all you fuckers who are mainstream, right? Because obviously me, the Weasel, MMA Guru, Jesse on Fire, Mexican mixed martial arts, like all these people, right? All of us, right? Like, I'm the most irrelevant out of all of them, because obviously I'm new to the scene. I only have like 100 odd subscribers, but I appreciate every single one of you. That's a lot to me. So yeah, but yeah, like, all of us, we're not mainstream, so we say it how it is. We don't have overlords telling us what to say and what not to say. So we just say it how it is. We haven't sold the fuck all. So we say how we feel, and we call it how it is. And me and MMA Guru were actually the ones that predicted this. But yeah, we say it how it is. But these mainstream media outlets, or these independent journalists like Ariel Owani, right, who turn around and enabled Ngannou's behaviour on this entire thing. Made him deluded to the point where he thought he was worth over 5 million a fight, probably. That's what he was thinking in the range. There is no fucking way. And all the people who were making the comments on the Instagram posts, or making posts about Ngannou on YouTube, talking about how he deserves this much and blah, 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 blah. He was getting paid what he was worth. Simple as. Even $1 million a fight is fucking generous. Fucking generous. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, it's like, it is what it is, but it's fucking ridiculous. And then you got, you know, us non-mainstream people talking about it like, no, he's not worth 5 million a fight. He's not. He doesn't bring in money to the company. So, and then all these antics of defending the belt every 13 months. Like, yeah, you had an injury, but it's like even before that, he's super inactive all the time. And then you're just whining and complaining about money all the time, like as if you don't get paid good anyway. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, stuff like that does me in. So yeah, Jones by TKO. I'll go more into depth when the fight gets closer. Jones by TKO. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Yeah, I mean, covering as much of the news as I can, get the content out for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is Keep It Real MMA. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.